Welcome everyone to the BioBlitz Oklahoma podcast. I am Priscilla Crawford, co-coordinator of BioBlitz Oklahoma and a conservation biologist with the Oklahoma Biological Survey. This week, my co-host Angelina Stancampiano with Oklahoma State Parks interviews the new full-time naturalist at Greenleaf State Park. Kristen Perry is the newest park naturalist at one of our oldest state parks. Listen in and learn about the park and all the fun things you can do at the park this fall. Oh, and also stay tuned until the end when I talk about some details of our annual Fall BioBlitz weekend.
Hey BioBlitzers, it's Angelina here. I am sitting in the Greenleaf Nature Center. Many of you may remember this park from our 2018 BioBlitz. I'm happy to report that there is a new full-time naturalist back at the park, and I am sitting with her now. Kristen Perry is here with me to answer questions about this beautiful historic CCC park. Kristen, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you here at Greenleaf. So even though it's one of the oldest parks in our system, you are one of our newest naturalists.
Yes.
Traditionally, there's a full-time naturalist here, and when that person retired, the position wasn't filled by a full-time person for several years. And we're lucky that your manager, Whaley, wanted to bring that position back and that the state allowed us to. And now we have someone full-time here to run this nature center and activities. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your nature center?
Yes, we don't have any live animals, but we do have a lot of history and, of course, the replicas that you can see and view of animals that you can find here in the park. But I think history is one of the most unique things about this park.
When you arrive at Greenleaf, it's pretty clear that it is a historical park. Tell us what a first-time visitor is going to see as they're driving into the park.
As you're driving into the park, you're going to see water. The Arkansas River is right around the entrance. You'll see lots of stone structures, and that was built by the WPA and the CCC. But they were built, and they're built to last. They stay there forever, and that's one of the most interesting things. The water spigots, all that still remains, and even on the Family Fun Trail, there's the loading dock and the warehouse. All the remains are still there.
Are the cabins original as well?
Yes, they were built in the 30s, and they're all original. Cabins 1 through 4, the German prisoners of war was actually said to have helped build those. Camp Gruber took over this park. It was built for a park in the 30s, and then World War II, they started training for World War II, and Camp Gruber took it over and for military training, and it was gave back as a park in the 50s, I believe 1954.
So Works Progress Administration and then the Civilian Conservation Corps built originally in the 30s.
Yes.
And then it went to Gruber,
yes,
and then came back.
Yes.
So Camp Gruber is adjacent to the park still today,
Mm-hmm.
and there's still some of that influence and
yes,
working together with them.
Yeah, they own the lodge. We get lots of questions about the lodge. There's a lot of history with the lodge. The Cherokees actually brought a ceremonial fire from the Trail of Tears when they came from Georgia and Tennessee. And they put this fire on this rock up by the lodge, and they camped out there for days, and they put all their history and markings on this rock. And on the last day, a Cherokee elder actually passed away, and they buried him and planted an oak tree, and that oak tree still stands up there. Camp Gruber owns it, so we can't access it.
And there are other parks right here too. So
yeah,
it's like 20 minutes or less from Lake Tinkler.
Yeah.
And then Cherokee Landing's not too far either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cool area that maybe you're staying at a cabin here at Greenleaf, but go for the day at the lake at Tinkler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear people talk about the cabins here a lot.
Yes, yeah, they're part of the Oklahoma Historical.
But they're nice on the inside
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, we're actually working on remodeling them. Cabins 1, 2, and 3 are remodeled, and we're just continually working more on them.
There's a lot of other features here too, and something that people are talking about a lot is your splash pad.
Yes, this is the second season for the splash pad. It's been pretty popular. It's good to have something back, because when the pool closed down, it was just kind of, this lake is known for a fishing lake because it's small and more shallow, and so the pool, when we had the pool, that was the main thing. So now I'm glad we have the splash pad and provide something different and fun for all ages. Even the little bitty ones can enjoy it. So.
And there's the marina here as well.
Yes, yeah.
Do they rent boats?
Yes, they rent kayaks, paddle boats, canoes, pontoon, paddle boards.
And if you're not into that, the marina has some pretty good cheeseburgers.
Yeah, the best. They get a lot of my money.
So if your family's going kayaking, you can volunteer to stay on land.
Yeah,
have
a
a
lot of time
cheeseburger.
Hikers too. If I do a guided hike, that's what they're like, when's the marina?
I know you have a popular trail that has a swinging bridge on it.
Yes.
Tell us about that trail.
It's the Greenleaf Lake Trail. It's 18 miles in a total loop, 12 miles for the lower loop, and then to the swinging bridge, it's 2.75 miles, 2.75 back. It's pretty rugged. It's a lot rougher trail. Yeah, you can see the spillway on the way that runs into the Arkansas River, and of course the swinging bridge.
Well, a lot of people ask about longer hikes in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
They come to parks like Sequoia. We're a peninsula. There's no long hike.
Yeah.
You know, we're like a few hundred yards wide as a
Yeah.
peninsula, so you can't go far. But here and places like Robbers Cave, you can go on a long, rugged hike.
Yes. Mary's Cove is 6 miles in. And they hike all day to Mary's Cove and then camp out for the night and then finish the hike the next day.
That's an awesome option for
Yes.
people looking for something a little more in the fall.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time to be doing that.
Yeah, and we're actually fixing to start up a guided overnight hike that me and Emily will be doing the first time, and yeah, we're excited about it and kind of get that going.
What other activities are you coming up with here?
I do all kinds of crafts, mostly on weekends, crafts and hike, but I do have a big craft show coming up. The activities committee's hosting it and putting it on, but we're excited about it. It'll be the same weekend as Spin and Feather, so hoping to get a lot of people through here. Hoping to have a car show in November, try to get that started. It's a lot of just getting things started. Nothing has really, I mean, there's been events and stuff here, but there's never been consistent kind of events here in a long time. So just getting things started, getting us recognized, getting us put out there, and kind of having it consistently every year to get people out here and see our park. A lot of people don't even know we're here.
Yeah, so if someone has never been here before, what would you tell them to entice them to come?
I would probably just tell them about our, that it's a fishing lake. There's a lot. This is a fisherman's lake. I mean, it's small and it's really good known for kayaking because of the still waters. There's not a lot of movement. Of course, our cabins. That's our main thing. They stay booked up year round. They're really popular, but the history of the park and the land, it's just beautiful.
Parks like Greenleaf and Boiling Springs are popular with our BioBlitz crowd because a lot of us are tent campers, or the rustic cabins are right up our alley, and we're not looking for a lodge or a restaurant. We are there to enjoy the serenity of nature, to go on a morning walk, to go kayaking at sunset, to go on a longer hike like the swinging bridge and seeing all of the flora and fauna along the way. So this is a really prime park for my nature friends.
Yeah. Also, we're going to be adding a basketball court, so that's exciting to have that. And I've been trying to get more volleyball tournaments. I want to have quite a few more volleyball tournaments, and then I have youth fishing tournaments every month up until it gets too cold and we can't anymore. But
so we have people's weekends planned. They can come here, they can tent camp or stay in a cabin. And going into the fall and winter, splash pad won't be open, but you can kayak, go for a burger,
hike,
play mini golf, hike. It's the best time to hike.
Yes.
And then there is a special extra large visitor who is around a lot here.
Yes.
Can you tell us about Ellie?
Ellie is a cow elk. She's been around here a couple years, but she stayed back on the Camp Gerber part of it. And she just started coming out from Camp Gerber last year. She stays alone. We think she may have been kicked out of her herd or something. There's some herds over there on Camp Gerber, but yeah, she's pretty friendly. We're trying to keep her as wild as possible, keep people away from her. We have signs posted, no feeding her, stay within 30 feet from her. But she's not really going to pay a whole lot of attention that you're there. So it is remarkable to be able to see a wild animal, especially her, who's pretty big, that close.
Yeah, and an elk in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
cool to
not
people.
A lot of people can say. We've heard all kinds of things that people run in the office about. You have a moose, or I've even got a donkey before, and I'm like, what?
It's just Ellie.
Yeah, just Ellie. Yeah.
And she's healthy. There's nothing wrong with her.
Yes.
She just has chosen the family fun life.
When we first started seeing her, we go up down that road and we loop around right before Camp Gruber, and you could see her. And that's when we first started seeing her. And one of the little girls that was on the wagon ride said Ellie. And so I was like, that's a perfect name. And then, of course, she started coming out. So I think that's pretty cool that a visitor did help kind of name her.
Yeah, and Ellie picked Greenleaf.
Yeah.
Greenleaf didn't pick Ellie.
Yeah, she definitely did. She started coming out whenever it was really cold. And we thought she'd go back. People started getting here, but she doesn't care too much. She did go back and we got really, really busy, but she just started coming back out just a few weeks ago. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. I mean, it's really green. It's beautiful. And in the fall, I think it's even prettier because of all of the foliage. But
yeah, when you're driving in, it's hilly, especially if you're coming from Tin Killer here. Hilly, windy, and you're just going over hills covered in trees. Yes,
we get lots of motorcycles. I think for that reason too. There's lots of motorcycles that just make the drive through just for the view. So I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, quaint park.
Yeah,
quiet, serene, has everything you need, and is a great destination for family fun park.
And it's so small, we don't allow the jet skis, the tubing, and all that. So a lot of times that makes it preference for people because it's so quiet. It's more of a family fun and just calm and no rowdiness.
I love that. Thanks for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
So BioBlitzers, you can come and visit the Greenleaf Nature Center and Greenleaf State Park year-round and check out Kristen's list of activities to come enjoy with your whole family, and maybe we'll see you out on the lake.
Thanks to Angelina and Kristen for telling us about Greenleaf. I highly recommend hiking out to the swinging bridge. It is one of my favorite things on any trail in any of our state parks. And as you may know, the Fall BioBlitz Oklahoma weekend is not going to be our traditional big camp out. We are organizing the Oklahoma BioBlitz weekend, which is October 1st through 3rd, to be statewide and dispersed. Like last year, we will have 3 full days of inventory, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we are using iNaturalist and eBird to record all of our observations. Experts are hosting a variety of small in-person activities around the state. You need to sign up for those BioBits with the leader to attend, and space is limited, so don't wait. Check out the schedule and sign up for those BioBits at our website, biosurvey.ou.edu/BioBlitzOK. We also encourage all weekend participants, even if you're just doing things on your own, to register for the weekend. We want to know how many of you are out there celebrating biodiversity that weekend. Registration is free, and you'll get this year's sticker. These stickers are great and water resistant, perfect for your water bottle, car window, or even your laptop. This podcast is a project of BioBlitz Oklahoma, an outreach program of the Oklahoma Biological Survey at the University of Oklahoma. We hope that you have time to step outside today and explore Oklahoma's amazing biodiversity. Remember, you can find biodiversity right outside your own door.